Most of us approach a complex course the same way we always have, as a static, brittle reading list. We drag ourselves through the material, hoping sheer repetition will make it stick. We mistake familiarity for mastery. Reading a chapter straight through feels productive in the moment, but that passive recognition shatters the second you try to apply those concepts in a real-world scenario. What you are about to begin requires a different approach. These 9 modules and 3 books operate as a single repeating workflow, where every step is contingent on the one before it. Every resource here has a distinct purpose. They are designed so they never repeat each other. Instead, they reinforce each other, stacking piece by piece until the concepts are locked in. Because these layers overlap, the forgetting curve is interrupted at every stage. Moving from passive reading to active command depends on following this exact step-by-step sequence. It starts with a single reading pass of the chapter. Do not stop to memorize facts. You are simply meeting the material for the first time. Let it introduce itself. Next is the audio overview. This is the longest and most vital phase. This is where background becomes context. The audio takes raw concepts and shapes them into logic, connecting that logic directly to real examples. Of course, as you make this transition from text to spoken logic, certain concepts might not land immediately. Friction is a normal part of the process. If something feels tangled, pause. When that happens, Google's AI mode inside YouTube steps in. Think of it as a tireless personal tutor, available the instant you hit a roadblock. Ask it to summarize complex ideas, compare overlapping concepts, or test your baseline understanding with a quick quiz. By resolving these questions immediately, you use the AI as a cognitive force multiplier. You eliminate a friction before it has a chance to compound, leaving your mind clear for the rest of the chapter. Next, watch the short video overview. Visual memory works differently, and this quick burst of imagery imprints the same ideas through a new channel. Inside the digital drive link, you will find 3 specific tools. The mind map, the infographic, and the slide deck provide the physical interface for consolidating what you have just absorbed. First, the mind map. As you listen, physically write in your own keywords and draw connections yourself. Building this network by hand forces active recall. Then, the infographic captures the chapter in a single-page snapshot. This structured layout trains your spatial memory. Finally, if a concept remains stubborn, open the slides. They exist purely for deep, classroom-style unpacking when you need more than a quick visual reference. Using these distinct tools transforms passive observation into active ownership. By the time you finish, your brain has built multiple independent pathways to reach the exact same idea. Mastery demands repetition. Lock into this sequence chapter after chapter with absolute discipline. Once the syllabus is complete, turn to the revision modules. Return to these at specific intervals, after 3, 7, and 15 days, catching information precisely when it begins to fade. We use a dual language approach here. Run a fast final pass with the 9-hour English track, then use the 6-hour Hindi track to anchor those exact same facts in a completely different linguistic register. And if exam day is closer than you would like, there is rapid recall. It is a sub-3-hour factual sweep across the most vital ideas, a final safety net before you walk into the room. Read to meet the material, listen for context, ask AI to clarify, watch to visualize, map to consolidate, revise to retain. None of this works in isolation. Execute the sequence in order, every time. And this will eventually stop feeling like a method. It becomes instinct. And that is what allows you to recall everything perfectly under pressure. Begin Chapter 1.